Hello and welcome lads and lasses to Pures of Eternity, where last time we entered the Vance Bay and read about some weapons. Yeah, let's read that Snow Woman's backstory, I guess. You see a dimly lit room, as we often do, with extensive decorations. Pillars of silk brooch cover the floor surrounding the large velvet-covered divan. A man sits on the divan, his shirt untucked and only halfway buttoned. Behind him stands this elf dressed in same lavish finery and decorated the room. Her hips gyrate gently, dancing slowly around the man as he begins to sing. He looks up and her blurrily intoxication clouding his vision. He smiles, tonelessly humming along with her. Her words are too low to hear clearly, but as her singing grows more intense, the light of the room seems to dim even further, and everything loses focus. She takes his face in her hand, singing directly to him, running her hand down his shoulders and arms until she's holding his hands. The man's eyes glow heavily, and he quickly succumbs to sleep. Slumbering backwards, she holds his arms, catching him as he falls, and gently laying him down across the divan. She stops singing when his head hits the pillow, and suddenly the light brightens back up, and everything snaps back onto focus. She slips her hand into his jacket, retrieving an item that she places in a small box sitting on a nearby table. She looks back at the man, shakes her head, and escapes into the night. Well, this guy's probably gonna die. Thank you, Great Storm. Yeah, that's a great name right there. You see a man stumbles, knee bleeding, clothes torn, eyes dead. His skin is damp with sweat, but he pushes onward. His back is arched, defended, and his lights hangs a bowstrings lamp from the sides. He trips through the undergrowth sightless, ignoring all but the sound of his own anguish. He comes across a deer gut spilled across the forest floor, still tearing in the cold night air. A leader watches him from above, perched on the top of the enormous fallen tree. It takes a man a moment to notice the danger, and he seems almost glad for it. A sled gear unveils itself from the tree, eyeing him carefully. His distended stomach almost brushes at the ground as it jumps down, and the man dives to meet it. For a moment time seems to slow as the man and the beast collide. The Stanley roars, sweeping at him with its claws, and soon has him pinned, great yellow teeth and acrid breath, ready to end his intrusion. But with a wet, ripping sound, instead of agonizing slaughter, is himself gutted from neck to rump. The man exhales deeply covered in blood. Okay, ponderous. Not today. Today not. Yeah, what do we... Ooh, a barrel of stuff. Oh, it's obviously ours. Ooh, this is obviously meant for me. So that was the marketplace, and this is the Unmanned Den Expedition Hall. Actually, where should we start searching for your brother? Okay. Condor freed. Let's see what you have to say, Condor. You see two men walking slowly down the stone corridor. They move cautiously, frequently looking behind themselves. One of them is this man who stops, bringing a piece of parchment closer to his light enchanted helmet. Light enchanted? Okay, so he can read it, while the other keeps walking, glancing over the shoulder. The first man looks up from his parchment and middle of the sentence and stops, his expression changing from caution to fear. He starts to call out a warning, but it's too late. The syrup, who appeared from the darkness before them, rushes forward and pushes its small sword into the stomach of the other man. Well, that's what you get for bringing a Helmet that glows in the dark into dark dungeons. Idiot. It then squeals, seemingly repulsed by what happened, and quickly backs away, leaving the sword pounced from the man's abdomen. Okay. You. Parchment falling from his hand, he leaps forward, catching his friend as he falls. The wound isn't serious. In fact, it doesn't even look like a blade has gone far into the flesh. The man turns his attention back down the hole, looking for a sign of movement. Nothing remains from the darkness, so he stands astride down a hole, a determination act on his face, sword and shield at the ready. The corridor starts to widen, and as he enters, a whining yell erupts from darkness at the far side of the room. He slows, itching forward towards the sound. The light reveals Syrup against the wall, holding a smaller one behind it with one arm. The larger Syrup has placed itself between him and the smaller one, attempting to shield the child with its body. Determination fades from the man's countenance as he lowers his shield and shatters his sword. Putting up his hand, he slowly backs away, leaving the Syrup to care for its young. Idiot, coward, and a fool. Yeah, three things that can mean the same thing. When the room narrows back into the corridor, he stops, reaching into his pouch, removes some rations and places them on the ground before turning to his friend. I want to kill you for that, but I won't. Okay, Matthias Nicholas, that's your friend. Okay, let's reach out for his soul and steal it. Your soul is mine. You see an even so in dark wood country, his gleaming patrons, rowdy and smiling. Two men stand behind the bar, joking, and their power drinks, which are so similar they must be siblings. The younger snatches up an armful of drinks and walks them around the room, chatting happily as he heads out orders. Just as he sets down the final ale and turns around, the red-faced Amwa charges throughout the door, trailed by three sword-looking elves, slamming directly into him. The armor grows, knocking the young man out of the way, and demands the ale from the brother behind the bar. Demands the ale. Well, I'm gonna poison the ale and hand it to him. Okay. Knocking the brother. Way demands the ale from the brother behind the bar. The man refuses, and the rest of the fellows silent, scenting trouble. The older brother again asks the young one to leave. The younger brother places a firm hand. With a single crack, the man's knocked backwards into the wall. Next snap, backwards before he falls to the floor. He does not get up. The action is, his neck snap, I guess. The action is immediate as the other patrons come to the Handran's aid, dragging the armor and his companions out to the back, but the damage is done. The carpet oozes with blood, slowly slipping into the fibers. As one of the brothers die, and the other falls to his knees, horror piercing his eyes. By the time he gets up, the armor is long gone. Okay, that was a stupid story. Mostly because people don't know how to act, apparently, in these kinds of situations. He pushed me, so I'll push him back. This should have been battered and scattered long ago battles. Memorials from long ago battles. Okay, those look terribly drawn in. Sorry to say. I'm a big fan of art, especially this kind of art, but... Okay... No one else have this name before me. Yeah, you can have the ale. Wait. Oh right, 3 spaces, that's what those 16s mean. Okay. Hey dude, nice hat. I have the same somewhere in my inventories. And you smoke. You know who else? This guy with a helmet. Kinda looks like Gregor Clegane to me. With that armor. Okay, let's speak with him. You see a small band of people walking down the road. Surrounded by thick forest, this man walks alongside them, chatting and joking like they were lifelong friends. Though this appearance is one of the favorably, His jovial facade is betrayed by occasional sideways glances into the dense tree line. There is noise from the trees around them, the sound of someone breaking twigs. The man holds up a hand, silencing the travelers and destroying the lightened tone of the evening. They look around, worrying expressions on their faces, gathering closer together. The man motions to the group to stay where they are and heads into the trees. There is silence for several seconds. He heads into the trees. Alone. Okay. As they all strain to hear anything, clutching one another nervously, there is another rustling time, this time coming from the direction of the man enter the woods. Single figure emerges from the tree line. Group visible relaxes, seeing him approach. The figure comes close enough for the group to see his face, and one of them lets out a cry of dismay when they realize this is not their friend. He was obviously wearing the same stuff, otherwise they would have recognized him. No sooner has the sound left the mouth than another group emerges from the woods, weapons drawn surrounding the travelers. As none of them are armed or in any state to fight, they are quickly subdued, bound or relieved of their valuables. With laugh, the bandits disappear back into the woods, leaving their quarry on the road, safely back inside the forest. They meet up with the man, his mouth mocking the gullibility of people who trust a complete stranger, as long as he buys them drink. He takes his share of the spoils and leaves. Yeah, they were obviously unarmed, traveling in the forest, no doubt. That was a stupid idea, people. Another cat. What's with cats? Not those around here. So what is that? Bornisk's house. Okay, let's actually go in here. There might be some people we can speak with. As your party grows in size, you might want to change tactics. Okay, I don't care about that. I owe you nothing. Well, it seems like this is not going to be a theft. Fine club. Okay. Right, everyone knows the plan. Okay, obviously. Up the wall and window, grab the jewels and party little bird. We got it. Listen, dwarf, I have to... And then we have company. Greetings. Dwarf eyes you suspiciously and hides his pistol behind his back. You look for someone because this isn't the best, idiot. They're probably with Crucible. Nice. You made a grave mistake coming here. Ouch. That's why I kill everyone I meet. Okay, Asher, they're all yours, dude. Gerald, move a little bit backwards. Ow. Well, you're going to die for that, dude. Hey, Wolf, this guy's all yours. Wanna see a tank? There's a tank right here. I'm so glad I have this guy with me. What, you want something? Yeah, Gerald killed him. It was actually his wolf. Nice job, Bori. Nice job indeed. Ooh, a fine rapier. We have one of those, actually. Ah, Ramhorn helm. Let's see what this one looks like. I'm kind of curious. Hey, Snape. Have a hat for you. No, I don't like it. Who attaches horns to its helmet? And Greymore. Snape, this one's for you. The fine rapier comes to me. Everything else? Thieves' letter. Our contact inside Raymond Manor, we will leave a second story with a window ajar. He's confirmed the location of Heart of White March. in a hidden chamber. Get your crew together and head Blackberry before Lord Raymond removes the jewel. AD. Okay. 2-story job. So, these guys, despite me saying greetings, decided that I'm with the guards. They're morons, so I'm not actually sorry that they're dead. We need to purchase a blunderbuss for Gwen. Hello, we found something. Aha, a Bloodstone. It's our Bloodstone now. Lockpick requires 1. Yeah, sure. Gwen unlocked that, by the way. That was kinda cool. Okay. Anything in here? Aha, trap is detected. Well, the fools attacked me. House Dumanel. What can be said about House Dumanel? This isn't whispered fearfully in the back room over dim light of dying fire in the fear that the wrong set of ears will hear it. The Dumanel history is colorful and violent, existing and more than little bloody. The Mendels were a small Eldrin family that dealt almost exclusively in textiles. They made a modest living, slowly gaining reputation for having high-quality products. This reputation earned them connection, business, social, and sometimes martial, and solidified their position as the premier family of the region. If you wanted access to anyone, to the males were the way to go. So they were the godfathers of textile. Soon every city had business that was owned, at least in part, by the Donnells. Their power and influence grew until many sighed the family had more power than even the ferocity of Adir. Cool. Versioning. I don't know what that word means. But with the power came the corruption. One cannot have that level of control and expect to keep it through strictly legal means. Some rumors were spread about the threat of expansion, though it cannot be proven. The unofficial report is that the Daemons were responsible for the death of Trining Brewink, which left the entire shipping empire in the hands of the wife, Udella Dalmond Brewink. That's cool. With their house and the land particularly secured, the Daemons no longer stuck to the shadowy, bizarrely eliminating opponents, manipulating deals, and threatening anyone who might cause them a problem. Because they now dominated the trade routes, no one dare oppose them anymore, for fear their business would be strangled. These families seem like my kind of guys. Actually, that's what I do in Crusader Kings too. Take force from my vassals and give it to my kinsmen. Like most empires, were not ever theirs, could last forever. The end came during the War of Defiance. Like most of the land, the Daemons threw their Adir instead of Admin Hedred. After the defeat of the Empire and the destruction wrought on the land, during the war not even the Daemons could rebuild what they had. And having history show them on the wrong side of the war, no one would touch the name. The domain that took years to build skimmed in mere months. Yeah, they should have stayed neutral. Today the Daemons have once again built a name for themselves, proving they are still capable of savvy, business people. Rumor about the family still circulates through the world. Its members of the family are striving to lift the family from the current obscurity and elevate it to the level of power it once held. Cool. Okay, I'm going to disarm the strap. I am going to disarm the strap. Trap disarmed. Jewel mine. Money mine. Hello, there's a bed. Muddy blueprints and explosions of ale stain the bed shits. Oh, swines, what can I say? Don't read the wall. The origin of the British Dunry Row were difficult to nail down. When asked, everyone seemed to know how Dunry Row started and how long it has been in operation. Yet every person asked gives a different account of its creation and a different date. The only thing everyone can agree on is that it seems to have been around as long as anyone can remember. Without fail, everyone recalls hearing about the exploits of Dunread Row when they were children. Aside from the organization being comprised of special investigators, most of whom seem to be ciphers. Hey Gwen, that's in your line of work it seems. The fact that they seem to have their hands in everything yet never admit to it. Yes, we create the yellow on the tennis balls. What, rockets? Yeah, sure, but that's side business. I think reported about Dainrit Row walks the line between truth and outrage heresy. Information about her, but no one can say which fragments are true and which are fiction. I will provide all I have uncovered and leave it to the readers to decide for themselves, as all of it feels both plausible and unbelievable at turns. Okay. The group is supposedly named after the street where the headquarters are located, in the building called Herald House. It is said that some circles this is just a name they want people to think they are known by. The real headquarters, people whispered, is elsewhere. Why would they do this? It's simple. It's far easier for them to infiltrate, to hide, to carry on behind the scene. If everyone concerning of the Dell Road divert attention where you want people to look, and you can act behind their back with impunity. Cool. People who have had interactions with the agents from Dalewood Road invariably decided them as unmemorable. No details. Yeah, he looks completely natural with unremarkable marks. What? No details as to their appearances, behavior, or anything beyond the fact that they were there. Seems to stick with anyone. Are they truly nondescript? Or do their ciphers use their powers to remain anonymous? As with so many questions regarding the Dunread Row, no one seems to know. Okay, just a sec. While no specific details about the agents are ever reported, one fact that all people agree is that they seem primarily to be Orlans and Glanfan elves. Though theories are to why this may be are many and conflicting. Someone should build a mod about this game in Crusader Kings 2. I think it's going to be cool. Their presumed headquarters is supposedly run by Lady Edwin Webb. Ooh, get it? Webb. Though no one seems to able to pinpoint the time of her arrival, the author was unable to locate a single person familiar with Dalewood Row. Well, that's because they're unmemorable. Who could remember a time when she wasn't around? Many things are hinted and behind closed doors about Lady Webb, but few are willing to elaborate, for it is rumored that although she has not left Herald House since anyone can remember, she is a cipher of tremendous power, and that she can read thoughts the entire city at will. Theories regarding her age, her reasons for what would seem to be a lifetime of seclusion, and even her secret control over all defined space is not Dalewood itself, but as with all other matters regarding the organization, no one seems to be able to say anything for sure. Nice. Okay, take the book. Storytelling episodes, by the way, in case you haven't noticed that. We were here, we found that super room with super secret Bloodstone gem stuff. Okay, what's the quest we received? 2 story job. I've learned a plot to rob luxury nobleman Lord Raymond, and the letter describes the plan in detail. Okay, let's rob them, I think. Okay, roll damage type always ignores the damage reduction of the target. That's why I have some roll damage on my weapons. Again, seen it in action still, but whatever. Oh, by the way, illusion of choice in this episode again. Whatever you said, they were going to attack you. That's why I said greetings. I mean, it was the only thing that was different from I have to go, please don't kill me, and you were up to no good, and I demand justice. Okay, there's a barrel. It seems like it's for me. Ooh, a hook. Okay, let's place this in the stashes. Gonna keep the rapier on my person. This is for you, dude. Commoner, commoner, commoner. Okay, let's go inside. Because, well, I was reading more than half the episode and fighting just a little bit. I don't think it was more than a minute of fighting. Survival skill is used to identify stuff. Okay. Shh, very quiet now. Can we steal from these people? It seems like we can. Nice. Take what you can and... Hello, addicts. Wait. What's happening? Am I imagining this? A wolf! I guess it's going to be illegal to steal that. You can turn right back around, the lower floor is all yours, but nobody goes upstairs. What's up there? So yeah, I'll be going. Enjoy yourself. Oh, I will. Oh, come on. Can't go invisible here. Okay. Burnisk. What are you, mercenaries? Well, no. A new face. Welcome, friend. Name's Pustak. Burnisk. Whatever. And this, he gets us to the room around, is my humble Abdu place of business. And I hope you are here to do business. He was popular. Yeah, seems like a lot of guard for one man. He must be popular. Sure, right, very perspective. Business attracts some less pleasant types. Sometimes the clientele get a little pushy, and every so often someone even turns out to be snooping into things they shouldn't. Lessons have to be taught. I'm sure you're too smart to get wrapped up and all that, of course. I keep it simple. If you have a coin, I have a surf. I have surf as well, so I don't need that. You're free to make use of the premises so long as you don't do anything stupid and you don't get a link with the other customers. Now, what can I do for you? Nothing. Something unusual is happening, of course it is. Okay, lads, I actually am going to take a break here because it's already been almost 30 minutes and I'm a bit tired, so I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.